Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Mr. Bet Predict. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the new strategy on tennis prediction. Actually, ever since most of the top leagues and other football leagues have ended their season, many people are finding it hard to predict games on sports betting, most especially football. But it happens as a result of the lack of awareness about other sports that they can actually go for by employing responsible gambling. So don't let us waste much of our time. We just have to move straight to today's video strategy, which is our tennis total points. So I'll be talking about the tennis total points in this particular video, and I'll be showing you guys something that is amazing, something that you guys are not even aware of. So in today's video, and one thing that I just noticed about tennis prediction was that you can get a total number of probably around over 60, over 50, over 40 games in a day by staking only on the top leagues that are meant to play on that day. So, for example, in today's, we have over 60 match, games to play, and we are going to touch some that we are able to that we'll be able to touch in this particular video. Now, for the first match here that I'm seeing, and okay, let's go for the top leagues. So I'll be clicking on the first match that I'm seeing here, and let's see the start and let's conclude. So the next thing is we are going for the stats. Now by checking the stats, we can see that we have these two teams as teams that the home team happens to be in form. The away team are only having 40% of form. But checking their last previous games, they've only played 3 games. But I want you guys to note something. There are some games that you just need to avoid if you notice that they've not been playing games with each other. Now, this is where you are going to conclude on whether you are going to predict a game as over or under. Actually, in tennis, it is very easy to win bets and it is very easy to lose your bet. So you have to be very careful. Now, this is where you just need to go. We have the head to head and the head to head new. They are two different segments. They are both two different segments. Now, we are going for the head to head new. So now the head-to-head new happens to show us some average stats, and it is a very common strategy that some of you might have been aware of. And if you are not aware, it is very good that you are watching this particular video. Just make sure that you are paying a very good close attention to it, and some well detailed, information are added to this particular new strategy of tennis over. Now check, you are going to see data. For example, average total games, average games in 4 sets won, best of 3, and so many on like that. But you are only concerned about the average game in first set of both teams. Average games in first set. For example, in the average game, the average games of the first set of the home team happens to be 5.6, and checking for the away also, they are having 5.0. So actually this average point doesn't mean that this will be the exact point that these two players are going to play, but just give it is just like an insight of what can happen. The game can end up as 12, like the first set can end up as total 12, can end up as total 13, 14, and so many on like that, or below. But just what you guys just need to do is just that make sure that the average total point in 4 sets for the home is around 5 and above, and for the away team is also around 5 and above, making 10 in total or above. Now we have these two players playing. They played 3 times with against each other, and they've played some games with other players. What you just need to do is just to go to your live score app to check if truly they are playing your targeted first set total points. For example, for me, if I want to predict tennis tennis first set total points, I always like to go for over 7. By going for over 7, you are still playing very close to safe aspect, because the safest market that the bookmakers always provide when it comes to predicting first set total points, they always provide market for the over 6.5. But the one that is very close and that you are going to enjoy the odd a little bit happens to be over 7.5. Now this is the aspect that we are going to check the live score app, and let's see if at least these two players are really scoring over 7.5 first set total points. So now under the French Open League, you can see that we are currently having over 60 over 60 match to be played, and one of it is the game that we are currently analyzing, and you guys can go on to apply this strategy on the rest. I'm very sure using this particular strategy and accumulating something around 1.13 odd in all these particular games, surely you should be getting a very big amount of odds. Now the next thing that you just need to do is to click on the match under your live score games. I don't know which live score app that you guys want to use. Don't forget that I told you guys that these two players have played against each other 3 times, and with other teams. What you just need to do is just to check, like, okay, their last previous games, were they able to play over 7.5 throughout, both for both home and away? Now let's do it. So in the first set of this particular game, the match ended up as 6-3, which is a total of 9. Okay. In the second match here, the total actually also ended up as 6-3, which is a total of 9. In the third match, the match ended up as even more than more than 12. Yes, more than 12 points. Okay, they made the requirement for that. Let's check the fourth game. In the fourth game, unfortunately, I think probably maybe the game was interrupted, I don't know, but the first set ended up at 6-0. And in the fifth match, the match ended up at 6-3, and at least we are able to get over 7.5 in 3 out of the last 5 games for the home player. Now let's check the away player. So the away player played 6-4, which totals to 10. Played 6-4 again, total to 10. So we have 6-1 here, which is a 7. So 7. Okay, in this particular match, the match ended up as over 7. And in the fifth match, the match ended up at figures that even more than 12. So in this away players also, we had 4 match out of the last 5 games that ended up as over 7. Now the final chapter that you guys just need to look for and observe happens to be the matches that they played against each other, which is the 3 games that they've played with each other. Let's check. Okay, the first set of this particular game ended up as 6-4, which is a total of 10. So another one that we are having here also ended up as 6-4, which is a total of 10 for the first set. And the last one here ended up at point that is above 12. Actually, we can see that 100% of the last previous games they've played against each other ended up as over 7.5. Actually, the best market for you guys to also go for now happens to be the over 7.5. Please make sure that you guys don't forget the 4 steps by checking the percentage, the average percentage provided by the bookmakers before moving on to verify manually. So hello guys, thanks for watching. If you have any question, please drop it. There are some people that are requesting for how they can locate the market for away team to win 3 goals in a row. Actually, that particular market happens to be a very complex market and a very complex strategy that I won't advise you guys to go for. So, guys, make sure that you engage in responsible gambling. See you guys in the next video. Bye.